Holy shit, Kevin Owens versus John Cena. And Evan, we talk about this very frequently. Anytime John Cena actually has a match, the whole thing where it's like you can enjoy the storyline, you can enjoy the build-up going into that match, but still, it's John Cena. Like, the fact that it's John Cena almost guarantees him a victory, but lo and behold, this time it did not. Kevin Owens got a squeaky clean win over John Cena, and wow, what the hell can I say about this match? Like, this whole match was a holy shit moment for me from start to finish.
It had a huge feel to it. Huge feel. It felt like one of those matches that, like, you will want to watch again because it was just, like, it was like two stars colliding to me. I mean, again, you know, some people may not, you know, recognize Kevin Owens right off the bat if they're not familiar with his background and whatnot. But, I mean, for anybody who's been a fan of the business for a while, you just know that this guy is a big deal anyway. And so for him, it's like two just completely huge stars colliding to me. I felt this had a big fight feel.
And then the thing about that is pretty much the promo that he cut after the match, it summarized everything perfectly. If you did not know who Kevin Owens was before Elimination Chamber, you damn sure did now, because it wasn't one of those situations where this guy went in and he had a newbie feel to him, because for all intents and purposes, this actually was his very first match on WWE's main roster. But if you watch that match, it didn't feel that way. It felt like two people who are at the top of their game going into a match and competing. And the fact that Kevin Owens has something within him to infiltrate the WWE Universe, John Cena's territory, and him to give off that presence in the ring with the 15-time world champion, it speaks volumes in favor of Kevin Owens.
This may very well be the most important victory over John Cena that's ever happened. I mean, again, I know that that's up for debate, and this isn't about that. But what I'm saying is this is right up there at the top. If you're not counting it as number one, you have to put it in your top few. Because how many guys have even, you know, beaten Cena clean anyway? It's a short list. It really is. So for Kevin Owens to have done that on his first ever match, I mean, that is just crazy. And on regular WWE roster is amazing. And look how much that puts NXT over, too. Like, it just shows how good of a brand NXT has been for WWE. And it shows how much they care about this guy and how much they want to invest into NXT as a whole. I think it represents a lot of things. This match was symbolic of a lot. And there were some really good near-fall moments in this match. A lot of good ones for both guys. And, I mean, you know, every time Cena was going for the cover, you're like, oh, man, here comes the loss. I mean, I really thought there was going to be like a DQ or something, and that was going to lead to a rematch at Money in the Bank. I mean, they're going to have a rematch either way. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Let's just talk about tonight. This was amazing that Cena lost clean to Owens. That is just crazy. I did not expect that at all. And I'm really glad I didn't get what I expected, because it, you know, makes you just go nuts. It makes you happy. Like, I didn't even really have anything to say at the time because I was so, like, what? Like, he just beat him? I mean, I thought Cena
this is one of those times where it's like, you're wrong, and I'm like, I'm okay with that. I'm happy I'm wrong.
I am so glad I'm wrong. And I was even saying that during the Rusev feud too, you know, when every time I'd be like, oh, there's that overwhelming predictability that Cena will win. I wanted to be wrong every time, you know, like I really do. I want to see guys get over in that way. And Owens deserves it. He really does. Like, there's zero reason why Owens shouldn't go over. There's just not even one that makes any sense, because we're at a point in time now where new guys need to be the big deal in WWE, and they're building him up to feel like another monster type of character, and that's exactly what WWE needs. I mean, yeah, Brock has been a good monster, but he's only around a few times a year. So Owens is going to be a guy that you have all the time and can still feel like a monstrous character. And he's a classic heel. He works as a heel so excellent. It was just such a good match. I really love this match. Easily one of the best of the year, if not the best of the year. And the clean victory is just crazy. I mean, come on, who didn't expect Cena to kick out of that second powerbomb? I mean, I sure as hell did. I really did, because he kicks out of literally just about everything. So when he loses, it's a big deal. So this is a huge moment for Kevin Owens, huge moment for NXT, huge moment for the company. And in all honesty, it was amazing, just flat out amazing.
Yeah, and what I loved about this match is a different kind of Kevin Owens that we got a chance to see in this match. We're used to seeing Kevin Owens play that cocky type guy, and he played that character in this match as well. But it was from a different perspective because Kevin Owens, he goes into every single match that he competes in, knowing for damn sure that he's gonna win. But this time around, I felt a little bit of desperation from him. You could see the frustration building up on his face when he was competing against John Cena, and when John Cena would kick out after a pin attempt. And like Kevin Owens, he usually goes into his match and he has one mindset. He's like, destroy. I enjoy beating the shit out of my opponent. But this time around, I felt like he actually wanted to win this match. Like he was craving a victory over John Cena because of all of the reasons that you just expressed, how this is so important. Everything that you just said, Kevin Owens, that was in his mind as well when he was competing in this match. And he had that sense of urgency about him and that desperation that he needed to beat John Cena. And it actually fueled him to a victory. And every single thing about this match was on point. The in-ring action, the storytelling perspective, I just loved every single bit of it. And everything about this match screamed main event to the point where I finished watching the match and I'm like, well, shit, we got a rest of the show to finish. And I was like, what? Like now, yeah, like when Neville and I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, if you're expecting an in-depth review of Neville versus Bo Dallas, I am sorry, because I was still sitting at my screen like, what the fuck did I just see for that entire match? Like again, all I know is Neville hit the red arrow, and that was that.
Right. I mean, it's I give those guys, you gotta give props to those guys for going out there and doing the best they can to follow up a match that good. I mean, it's got to be very hard. It's almost impossible to follow something that huge. So if you're Neville and Bo Dallas, you're like, damn it, I got to follow this now. But, their match, not to say it wasn't great, but I guess we'll get there. But anyway, this was one of the biggest moments you're probably going to see in 2015. I mean, this is the crowning of a guy who may be a next big deal for WWE. He should be a next big deal for WWE. Why not? He has been built up in NXT so well, in my opinion, and now, they're already throwing him into the main roster. I mean, come on, he beat John Cena. It's not like he just beat some guy who's been a main eventer before, and, oh, well, that's nice. Like, Cena has been the face of WWE for the last 12, 13 years. This is not a small victory by any means. This is as big as it can be, and there's no way to undermine that. That is just blaringly huge for Owens. So, amazing moment, and I can't wait to see what they continue to do with Kevin Owens going down the line.
Yeah, and going into this match, my biggest reservation about Kevin Owens winning, and this is like this was my whole mindset. I hoped that in the hierarchy in WWE, the NXT Championship would outrank the United States Championship, but it wasn't just any United States Champion that Kevin Owens was facing. It was John friggin' Cena, the man that runs the place, as he self-proclaimed and shit. It doesn't even necessarily have to be self-proclaimed. Like John Cena, he's John Cena. That's all that needs to be said. So the fact that he actually got this win, wow, it shocked the entire hell out of me. I was thinking some kind of shenanigans were going to occur at the end of the match, but Kevin Owens walks away with a clean victory over John Cena. Man, and a very amazing contest and great effort from both guys. And so